Everything I'm about to say, you already know it to be true. You are a slave. You are a slave to money, to social economics, to status, to politics, to ideology. You have sold your soul to have a place in a world order that you should naturally oppose. At some point, I had to have this conversation, being that this is an alpha male channel, right? This is a men's channel. So I had to talk about the expressions of manhood eventually. But before I get into that, let me make something clear from the onset. Every man has a right to express his manhood however he sees fit. There is no wrong way to express yourself. I'm going to say that again. Every man has the right to express his manhood however he sees fit. There is no wrong way to express yourself. Now, I know a lot of y'all not going to like that on both sides, but hear me out on this here, because we got to really learn how to be indifferent to differences. We got to learn how to not care about what somebody else do in their personal and private life, right? How you express yourself as a man is your choice. But here's the problem that we have. It's the kind of responses that you want from the outside world. That's where the rub comes in at, right? Every man has a right to express himself however he sees fit, but the way you express yourself will elicit a response from the outside world, and it's going to be a natural response. You know it's natural because it's going to be consistent. And if that response is not one that you find favorable or one that you find acceptable, then you need to change your expression of manhood. Types of men don't mix, right? And I don't think enough is said about this, because a lot of these dudes, say like these dudes in the so-called high value manish type of community, right? They seem to think that when they shun or talk dirt about certain types of men, it makes them look good. But the truth is, every negative view they have of more thuggish type men is reciprocated. Men like me would not want these high value men type dudes around me no more than they would want me around them. I wouldn't invite them into my spaces like they wouldn't invite me into their spaces. We are just different types of people. And I'm open-minded. I'm a live and let live type person. But what I don't want around me is people that carry with them a negative, angry, bitter, toxic type energy. And that is my interpretation of these men. Now we're talking about the expressions. If that is not what they state for themselves that they are, if they see themselves as not being that way, then you tell me how can they make live streams lasting 2, 3, 4 hours gossiping about the lives of other people? Men don't do that, bro. Men just don't do that. In fact, a real man can't sit online for 4, 5 hours doing live streams about no topic. He just can't do it, man, because we got things to do. We got other interests. We got other things that we are interested in. You know what I'm saying? We just can't sit there and rehash over and over and over for hours on in every day, hours on per day about the same type of stuff, man. We can't troll the internets looking for gossipy stories about some woman that we don't know, who she got pregnant by, about some dude that we don't know, who he got, who he's dealing with, whether or not he drinks goat's blood in some kind of ritual. Men don't get caught up in this kind of stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm saying men, but as I say, everybody's expression of manhood is correct for that person. Men like myself won't do that. But as a result thereof, my response that I get from the outside world is favorable to me. It's acceptable. It's pleasant. It's peaceful. I get a good interaction from women, even at my age and looks right now. My interaction with women is good. My responses from women are good. I still get older chicks flirting with me all the time. All the time. You know what I'm saying? So I have no complaint. Men respect me. Anywhere I go, I have pulled up at parks in cities that I did not live in, pulled up in the projects and just shot ball at the park. Driving by, I just happen to see people playing ball, and it's like, man, I got a few minutes in between, picking up my package or whatever. Let me go hoop. And I'll go out there and hoop with a bunch of strangers in the ghetto that I don't even know, from a city that I don't even live in. I am comfortable anywhere I am because the way I carry myself, men are going to respect me. The response that I elicit from men of any kind is favorable to myself. They're going to respect me. And likewise, I can run in more astute circles. I can dress up and go around other types of people and fit in and blend in and move about them just as easily. So my response that I elicit from these type of people is always good also. But do you know the kinds of dudes that I seem to always end up having to smack back in their place? The kinds of dudes that are in a high value man type world, these red pill type dudes. Always end up having to bat one of them in their mouth. Because for some reason, they have a dislike, a disdain towards men like me that they can't help but to express if they feel like they're in safe situations. If they feel like they're in a situation where I'm not going to respond to them physically, they take their chances. And oftentimes they are wrong. I will bat them in their mouth wherever we are. We could be in the police station, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Yes, I will. We could be in the White House, I will bat them in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it's always these kinds of people that have this negative energy towards me. It's not me. I could be around anybody. Not that I would invite them around me, but if I'm in circles that they are, if I'm in environments where they are also in, they won't bother me. But I've come to realize I bother them. And this is the problem, because my expression of manhood and the responses that I elicit are the sorts that they actually want. And because they see themselves as being better than me, I don't see myself as being better than no man. I'm just different, right? My category is over here. The men that's in my category with me, we understand each other. I'm not better than no man. I'm just different from most men. But because I'm different and because I get the kind of responses that I like, I get men that just kind of just don't like me at first sight. It's the weirdest thing, bro. I have never had so many men that just hated me at first sight than I've had in the last 15 years of my life, man. Since Hurricane Katrina sent me to Texas. When I got to Dallas, I mean, everywhere I go in Dallas, man, I go to clubs or anything, it's always a doorman, always a manager, always somebody that just don't like me at sight for no reason. Just see me and hate me. It's like they know. It's like they know my kind. You know what I'm saying? It's like they know my kind. And because this is the responses that I've had, I realized that this expression of manhood is a universal energy, and everybody picks up on it. So once again, we're talking about your expression and what you want in return. I wouldn't judge so much based on men on men reactions, because that's a different type of thing, right? I will look more at how women respond to you. I would judge myself more on women than I would on men, because men can get jealous. We have too many men with female ways, right? They get jealous, they hateful, they spiteful, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think some of these men will poison you, bro. Look, bro, I was smashing one chick one time, bro, you know what I'm saying? And some dude that liked her, man, flattened all four of my tires on the damn SUV, bro. Real story, bro. I had to call my big brother. My big brother's a mechanic, you know what I'm saying? I wake up, man, I see big old punctures in my tires, man. So I call my brother, you know what I'm saying, because he got them kind of jacks that lift everything up, you know what I'm saying, he knows about this stuff. He'll get it done, right? Good thing I had money, you know what I'm saying, I can pay for the new tires and everything. But my big brother actually told me to leave that chick alone. My big brother had never told me what to do in his life, never given me advice like that. He looked me in my eyes and said, leave this chick alone before you end up deleting this dude. And you know what? I left the chick alone. That was the last time I went over there. Not out of fear, but because I'm stoking so much envy in this dude, so much jealousy in this dude, that this dude is gonna do something, man. I'm gonna respond in a very violent way. I mean, I have buku stories like that. I had a dude, man, they used to watch us at the marketplace, right? When we had our business, we had them stores in the mall, and we had a location at the market. And out there, I used to meet a lot of women, very pretty women. And they had one of these cats, a little light-skinned dude, a little red nigga, you know what I'm saying? He used to watch me with all these women, bro. I mean, I'm balling out of control. I'm making money and smashing and dashing, you know what I'm saying? And this dude actually tried to put a charge on me one time, bro. You know, literally called the police, lied on me, had me all hemmed up, police searching my stuff. I'm like, and I didn't know who did it, but one of the chicks out there was actually, her table's not far from here, and she heard him on the phone talking to the police. She said he did that. And I was like, damn. And I tried to help that brother, man. When he first started business, you know what I'm saying? I gave him advice, gave him tips, you know what I'm saying? You know, did research for him and turned them on to wholesalers, all kinds of stuff, man. He had no reason to do that, man, but the jealousy, you know what I'm saying? How women respond to men will strike up hatred in other men. It will. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why a lot of dudes don't like this channel, man, because y'all hear how I talk about my experiences with women. Y'all don't like it. Y'all want another channel where a dude is crying about his relationships with women. I don't have bad relationships with women, man, because look, let me tell you how I am. It's real simple with me. You're gonna deal with me peacefully, we not gonna deal at all, right? And that's that. You know, I'm an alpha. I'm gonna lead. I am not following the lead of no woman. Any area where the woman seems to be leading, it's because I'm allowing her to take lead in that area because it benefits us. But trust me, she is not running the show, right? At any time, whether it's benefiting us or not, if I say enough, stop, let's go this way, she gotta either stop and go that way or I'm going that way without her. And that's just how I am. No hard feelings, it's just how I move. You know what I'm saying? So with me, women are put in a position where they understand that they are dealing with a man, that they are going to have to respect my mind and the way that I am, or else we are not going to deal. Period. There is no compromise. There is no discussion. It is literally my way or the highway. And I leave that choice for women. And I mean, it is what it is, bro. So when you dudes hear me talk, I think y'all get mad about that. Instead of saying, well, damn, what can I learn from a dude like Brother Kush? You know what I'm saying? How can I be like you, man? Because I don't have it in me to be like that with women, you know what I'm saying? And I would tell you, you do. You just got to change your core philosophies. See, the thing is, you got to understand, at a certain point in a man's life, he got to tell himself, I am not about to be anyone's bitch. I am not about to be abused by anybody. I'm not about to bow to nobody. See, I don't have fear. And the good thing about my life, now that I survived it, is I've had tests. I've had real life threatening tests to see what I'm made out of. I had 3 dudes jump out on me one time trying to rob me, right? They passed me up in this car, and the mistake they made, the second time they passed me, I noticed that they passed me twice. But had they jumped out the second time, they had me slipping. But this time when they passed, I noticed them, right? They had my back turned to me, they passed me up and I noticed them. And they turned the corner. So I got people around me actually talking to me, right? You know, trying to put orders in. I was balling back then. Dudes tell me they, I'm gonna need this, I'm gonna need that. But I'm not listening no more. I'm looking at the corner where the dudes turn, and I can see one of them sneaking behind the bushes. So I up. When I up, the dudes around me kind of sprayed, and the 3 dudes run out in the street. Now, right here is a test. What are you made out of? Do you run or do you bang? I bang. I bang. Real story. I stood there bang. I actually banged, reloaded, and banged. Without no cover, not hiding behind nothing, banging. Just straight cowboy type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So when it's asked, what are you made out of? I have been tested. I know what I'm made out of. I had a situation in the penitentiary where I got into it with this Migo. Migo go get a blade that big. At the time, all the blades were on the other side because we had some beef on the other side of the compound. I couldn't get to him. I wrapped 2 towels around my arm and went up there and we about to get it on. Actually, I scared him so much he started backing up with the knife in his hand. Real talk. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. He just knew I was gonna try to run because see, that fear would have triggered something in him where he would attack me. But when he see me coming at him, telling him to come on, now I'm putting fear in him. Now he don't know what to do. Now he realized this dude is not afraid. So when I talk about what you are made out of as a man, my life has been tested. I know what I'm made out of. I've been in that courtroom listening to federal agents tell lie after lie on me, trying to give me 1,000,000 years in a day. And they come to me behind the scenes and say, hey man, if you tell on this person or tell on some enemies, you know what I'm saying, we'll let you go. And I say, no. I know what I'm made out of. But because of how I am, my reactions and responses that I get from females has always been favorable. I'm not saying it's favorable because of all the street stuff. I'm talking about it's favorable because of my character. You don't have to be a street dude to have a strong character. Do understand that. I am not advocating on that. I'm telling you though, my character is such where the women that comes into my sphere realize that they have to submit because I ain't doing it. And I am comfortable with not having them. And because I was comfortable with not having these beautiful, exotic, naturally long-haired women, I've had them all. I've had every type you would think of, every look you could think of. I've had them all. Every race, every ethnic group, I've had them all. Because I was comfortable with not getting them. Because if it meant I had to compromise my expression of my manhood to get with that woman, I wasn't going to have that woman. Now, you might be saying, well, I feel the same way. But if you felt that way, you wouldn't be gravitating towards angry content in the red pill and the manosphere. If you really felt that way, you would be content with whatever you got going on. First of all, there's always women that's going to submit to a real man. I'm going to say it again. There are always women that's going to submit to a real man. If you like that as a man, you're not going to be without a woman. There are always women that are going to submit. And when you're young, they lined up. Now, when you get a little older, this is why I tell y'all, there's a wall for us too. I don't have women lined up to get with me like I did back then. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, up until like 40, I had women literally lined up. Look, man, if a woman would like have enough of dealing with me or whatever, right, and fade off into the sunset, to be honest, I didn't even notice. You know, it'd be months that I hadn't talked to her before I realized I hadn't talked to her. You know what I'm saying? Because I had so many, I wouldn't even notice. And because the women knew I moved like that, it kept them in check even more. So the more women you have, the more women will submit. That's why monogamy is not a good practice for no man. No man. Don't do it. Let them women know you got other women, that you got other options. Let them know off top, I got other options. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with this. Lie to them. I don't care if you don't have a woman in your life. When you meet a chick, you tell her that you currently dating 5 women, right? Say, I'm not married, I'm dating 5 women, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really know, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to invest all my time and energy in one woman that don't work out. So, you know, I'm going to see what things fall, you know what I'm saying? The woman that wants me the most, she going to let me know. And you leave it at that. Because you need them to at the least believe that she's not going to be able to have any type of leverage over you. I don't give women leverage over me, bro. Again, so I put them in a position where they either have to bow and submit or they have to walk on. I'm not saying that I would abuse women, because I don't. I like women. I don't abuse them. But I told myself a long time ago that I'm not letting no woman abuse me. And I got friends that have been played by women, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of dudes that I would classify as beta males that are very strong. I mean, they gangsters, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, straight G-type dudes, you know what I'm saying? But their dealings with females, it cannot be described as alpha in any kind of way. So they have to be betas when it comes to females. And that's really what you're measured at, by your interaction with the females. And a lot of these dudes have got played in ways by women that I would never do. You know what I'm saying? Call them up in the middle of the night, get them out of bed and bring them something to eat. You know, man, a woman better not call me or wake me up to tell me to bring her something to eat. Better not, bro. I'm going to jail that night. You better not wake me up playing on me like that, bro. But see, I've never had that experience because my energy would tell women don't play with me like that. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend, man, you know what I'm saying? We had a spot, right, for some chick party, right? We had the House of Blues or whatever. And he over there parlaying with all kinds of women. I mean, he flicking up with all these girls and everything. I'm in there with a chick now. You know what I'm saying? I got a little cutie with me, you know what I'm saying? You know, chick with hair down to her ass, you know what I'm saying? You know how I'm rolling with natural, like them cat eyes, them little grayish cat type eyes, you know what I'm saying? I'm over there with one of those, you know what I'm saying? No, she wasn't black, you know what I'm saying? She was Hispanic, you know, with cat eyes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting over there with one of those. But when he come over, you know, I'm sitting with my chicken, and I said, well, which one of them hoes you smashing, bro? He said, none of them. I'm like, huh? I said, well, which one you used to smash? He said, none of them. I said, you mean you over there playing with all these women and you never hit none of them? He said, oh, Kush, man, you know. I'm like, I'm just saying, you would never see Kush playing with, I don't play with women. Women are not my equals. They're not my friends in that way. You know what I'm saying? Women is not, this is not boys in the hood. We not about to be hanging out like we gang members. It's not about to happen. When you see me with a female, we on some man-woman type shit. Straight up. We are not on no, I mean, it could be platonic at the time. You know what I'm saying? We might not be sexually active, but we gonna be together in an intimate type of way. Not no buddy. She's gonna be hanging on my arm or whatever. I'm gonna be squeezing that ass or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even if we haven't gotten to that point yet of actually having sex, it's not gonna be on no buddy type stuff. I don't do buddy with women. It's not my character. You know what I'm saying? It's just not my character. So women respond to me differently, you know? So the point is, when we talk about the expressions of manhood, every man can express themselves however they want to, man. But if you're not getting the reaction back, if you're not getting the responses that you want from the outside world, and in particularly from women, then you need to change yourself, bro. You need to change yourself. And there's no other way to say it. You need to change yourself. Because how you express yourself is how women are going to deal with you. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm out of here, Brother Kush, aka the Black Elf. You know.